Perhaps one did not want to be loved so much as to be understood. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. In a time of deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. All animals are equal, but some animals are more equal than others. The best books are those that tell you what you know already. If you want to keep a secret, you must also hide it from yourself. But if thought corrupts language, language can also corrupt thought. If you want a picture of the future, imagine a boot stamping on a human face, forever. We shall meet in the place where there is no darkness. It was a bright cold day in April, and the clocks were striking 13. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. Until they become conscious, they will never rebel, and until after they have rebelled, they cannot become conscious. If you loved someone, you loved him, and when you had nothing else to give, you still gave him love. Perhaps a lunatic was simply a minority of one. Reality exists in the human mind, and nowhere else. Freedom is the freedom to say that 2 + 2 make 4. If that is granted, all else follows. It's a beautiful thing, the destruction of words. The essence of being human is that one does not seek perfection. The choice for mankind lies between freedom and happiness, and for the great bulk of mankind, happiness is better. I enjoy talking to you. Your mind appeals to me. It resembles my own mind, except that you happen to be insane. People sleep peaceably in their beds at night only because rough men stand ready to do violence on their behalf. Nothing was your own except the few cubic centimeters inside your skull. Orthodoxy means not thinking, not needing to think. Orthodoxy is unconsciousness. On the whole, human beings want to be good, but not too good, and not quite all the time. We do not merely destroy our enemies, we change them. Several of them would have protested if they could have found the right arguments. Men can only be happy when they do not assume that the object of life is happiness. All the war propaganda, all the screaming and lies and hatred, comes invariably from people who are not fighting. We know that no one ever seizes power with the intention of relinquishing it. Man serves the interests of no creature except himself. There are some ideas so absurd that only an intellectual could believe them. To see what is in front of one's nose needs a constant struggle. If you kept the small rules, you could break the big ones. The greatest enemy of clear language is insincerity. During times of universal deceit, telling the truth becomes a revolutionary act. Can you not understand that liberty is worth more than just ribbons? Man is the only creature that consumes without producing. The consequences of every act are included in the act itself. If both the past and the external world exist only in the mind, and if the mind itself is controllable, what then? If there really is such a thing as turning in one's grave, Shakespeare must get a lot of exercise. A people that elect corrupt politicians, impostors, thieves and traitors are not victims, but accomplices. You're only a rebel from the waist downwards, he told her. Some ideas are so stupid that only intellectuals believe them. The distinguishing mark of man is the hand, the instrument with which he does all his mischief. Stupidity was as necessary as intelligence, and as difficult to attain. Windmill or no windmill, he said, life would go on as it had always gone on, that is, badly. Freedom is the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. He was a lonely ghost uttering a truth that nobody would ever hear. If liberty means anything at all, it means the right to tell people what they do not want to hear. The stars are a free show, it don't cost anything to use your eyes. I hate purity, I hate goodness. I don't want virtue to exist anywhere. I want everyone to be corrupt to the bones. In general, the greater the understanding, the greater the delusion, the more intelligent, the less sane. The past was erased, the erasure was forgotten, the lie became the truth. 4 legs good, 2 legs better. All animals are equal. But some animals are more equal than others. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. Until they become conscious, they will never rebel. Those who control the present, control the past, and those who control the past control the future. But the thought of being a lunatic did not greatly trouble him. The horror was that he might also be wrong.